My dad loved fast rides. I rode in his airplane, on his snowmobile, in the boat, and on his Harley growing up. He skied black diamonds, he traveled, he was a photographer, and he always showed up for me at dance and piano recitals with a bad dad joke or a, "Hey kiddo." He had great style too. He always wore a golden chain with a gold coin necklace around his neck. And so did my grandma, his mom. It felt like a family rite of passage to have one, so of course I wanted one, but it's just unfortunate how I got it. It was 2009. The world was at my fingertips. I was young, blonde, ew. About to graduate, magna cum laude. I was pursuing my dream of acting, and I had my very first girlfriend, Amy. That first love bitch. Before Amy, I was straight, or at least I thought I was. I just knew I was different. And it wasn't until I worked with Amy at Starbucks during college, and I thought to myself, like, how is she a lesbian? She's like really pretty. I mean, she could get a man. Okay, before you come for me, I was raised a sheltered Jehovah's Witness, and this was in Duluth, Minnesota, where they were making Paul Bunyan types of dykes, okay, don't you know? God love a flannel. But Amy was beautiful, and we fell fast in love, moved in, got engaged. She showed me the lesbian Bible, AKA the L word. She was my very first U-Haul experience as a gaybie. But there was trouble in paradise when we disagreed about moving to LA or staying in Minnesota. Instead of telling me how she felt, she decided to show me with Zoe. Enter Zoe, that home wrecker bitch. I knew something was up with the two of them. It's like a lesbian sixth sense. We can smell it. But it wasn't until I woke up at 7:23 in the morning and Amy was missing from our bed. I found her, though, wasted and naked in our bathroom with Zoe. We had had a little Ladala bean hang the night before, and when I decided to go to bed, so did they, together in the next room. So now what? I guess we'd stay together? As I was harboring huge resentments towards Amy, I decided it was a good idea to cheat on her with the only other hot lesbian I knew, Alex, that toxic bitch. Alex lived in Los Angeles, and I convinced my supportive, fun-loving dad to take me to Hollywood to see if I liked it enough to move here. And I loved it. In LA, we saw everything. We saw a taping of a show, the PCH, the Walk of Fame, Grauman's Theater, Musso and Frank's, and we even toured Warner Brothers Studios. Somehow, I found the time to get drunk with Alex and make out with her in her kitchen, just to even the score with Amy. It was on this trip, eating at Proud Bird Restaurant by LAX, that I asked my dad if I could have a gold coin necklace. It felt like the right time. I was about to enter my adulthood. He told me he thinks he might have one for me somewhere. But really, I was about to enter hell. 2 weeks after getting back from that trip, just before my graduation, I got a call from my older sister. "Are you sitting down?" "Yes." "I have horrible news. Dad died today." What the fuck? What the fuck? My dad woke up, went to work with a stomachache, and then died that afternoon from a stomach aneurysm. His final fast ride was in the back of an ambulance, and his final words were, "I see lots of colors." I did inherit the $2.50 gold coin necklace. On one side, an eagle, and on the other, a Native American chief. And I wore that necklace every day as a shield to protect my heart for the broken heart and the loss of my dad and my breakup with Amy. I was grieving, and drunk for about a year before I picked myself up and moved my little Nissan to Los Angeles to pursue my dream of acting. But I ended up pursuing Alex. Alex and I had a verbally and physically abusive relationship to the point where in one drunken fighting match, she pulled the gold coin necklace off my neck, broke the chain, and said, "Nobody cares about you," in my ear. Cops were called. Cops came. Cops saw two skinny little white girls. They smirked and left. My heart and gold chain were just both in two parts. I got the chain repaired as my heart moved on to the next, still damaged. My next relationship was a girl named Jessica, but goes by her spiritual name, Ocean. That egomaniac bitch. I met her dancing at the Abbey, our eyes locked like in a, you know. Our eyes locked like in a movie, and time stopped, and she said to me, "You're so beautiful." I said, "You're so beautiful." See, that's what happens when two Leos meet. She kissed me on the dance floor. Goodbye, Amy. Hello, another codependent escapade. P.S. We thought it was fate that her birthday was J-Lo's and mine was A-Rod's. Yeah, look how great their relationship ended up. All my grief wanted to do was party, do drugs, and drink, and Ocean wouldn't let me. I didn't know what the problem was. She made me make a deal with her. No drugs or she was gonna leave me. Fine. As long as I could still have my good friend alcohol. You know, as a yoga teacher, I knew how to achieve balance. Thank you. That golden necklace was my strength during our domestic, violent, bruising, bloody fights. We survived COVID somehow, but her brother did not. He OD'd on Father's Day of 2020, and I watched him be carried out of his uncle's house on a stretcher in a body bag. I was dumped by Ocean shortly thereafter. I immediately called my drug dealer and stuffed as much cocaine up my nose as I could get my hands on, and I thought I might be the next one to be 6 feet under. So there I was, drunk, high, dumped, broke, isolated, and not pursuing any of my dreams. And now I needed a roommate in my 30s? Fuck. Then came Pega. She replied to my post on Inspired Women of LA Housing. Her name was the very first to comment on my listing, and I thought, Pega, like Pegasus? I've never heard of a name like that. She's pretty. We set up a FaceTime, and the second I saw her face, I knew her. It has to be her. She has to move in. And she did. And right away, I was annoyed. She was like too happy, so bright, and talking to her family on the phone in a language my hangovers couldn't comprehend. I had never heard of Farsi in my life, and where is Persian? But her sweet kindness kept rubbing off on my broken, jaded, fucked up heart. She'd make me oatmeal when I was on a 3-day bender, or drink wine with me on the couch so I wasn't alone. She'd ask me questions about myself. Leos, love that. She was interested in my messed up childhood, my trauma, my talents. She believed in me. She was straight and safe, and she was becoming my good friend. And then she was becoming, like, really hot. Like, cute little short shorts and flirty little smiles. And then one day she said to me on the couch, "I have a major crush on you." What? Okay, we skipped the U-Haul altogether because she had already moved in. Enter the honeymoon phase. Making meals, sex, rollerblading, sex, going to shows, sex, watching movies, sex, dining out, sex, dining in, sex, mushroom trips, sex. What can I say? Pega's a double Scorpio. Sex for hours on the floor where everyone's coming and coming and coming and coming. Not a great segue back to my dead dad, but here we are. It was my 35th birthday at the beach. And of course, I have to wear my dad's gold coin necklace to celebrate. And it's not until the next morning when I wake up majorly hungover and I realize it's nowhere to be found. I'm screaming, crying, scrambling around, trying to find it. It's not here, it's not here. And I was a terror. Pega is trying to calm me down and help me. I'm having a panic attack because losing this necklace was losing my dad all over again. A loss my heart cannot afford to bear. She says, let's go back to the beach and look for it in Santa Monica the next day. Okay. Pega drives us to the beach, and through tears, I ask quietly, do you think we're gonna be able to find it? After an eternal pause, she says softly, it's possible. We park, it costs $10. We get to looking. We look where our party was. We go search the nasty bathrooms. We go to the volleyball courts. We sift through the sand. We talk to nearby groups of people. The sun is blazing down on us because it's July 28th, the day after me and A-Rod's birthday. I'm defeated. I'm sobbing. Pega finds a $10 bill in the sand and hands it to me. I hand it back and say, it's from my dad for your parking. Clock is ticking. We have to head out because we have hotel reservations in Palm Springs, an amazing birthday gift I do not deserve. But we decide to comb through the volleyball courts one last time. I'm sifting my toes through the sand, and then suddenly, on my second biggest right toe, the gold chain. It's my dad's gold chain. Our spirits lift immediately, and we get on our hands and knees, and we keep looking for the coin. And in my head, I think to myself, if Pega finds the gold coin, she's the one for me. This is my person. I will marry her. I turn my head and see Pega holding up the gold coin with a giant smile on her face. We did it. We found my beloved dead dad's necklace together. I had never felt so much relief, joy, love, and hope for my future as I did in that moment, especially because now I knew Pega was gonna be my wife. But my daily drinking and using had nearly destroyed us. I had at least one brain cell left to think, I can't do this to her. I can't be the fuck-up, abusive, blackout drunk that I was to Amy, to Alex, and to Ocean, because Pega is different. Pega is not that bitch. So I got sober, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I would say even harder than finding a gold coin and chain in a fucking beach the day after you lose it. Sadly, as much as getting sober helped our relationship, it didn't save it. Too much damage had been done. She moved out, and once again, I was dumped. But this time, it was different. Pega and I stayed friends and creative partners. We just wrapped shooting a show we created together based on our story called Bad at Love. And it's a show that explores discovering sexuality later on in life, generational traumas, and addictions. She's even here tonight. And she didn't end up being my wife, but she's definitely the mother of our show baby. So all my life, I had been pointing the finger outward to blame others for my problems. They were the ones at fault, or they made me this way, or I compare myself to them. But the biggest gift Pega gave me, besides my dad's necklace back, was a clear reflection of myself. Through her kindness and her love for me, I was able to really see myself. like all of me, my addiction, my anger, my talents, my gifts, my faults, my beauty, my humanness. And I realized that this whole time, I was in fact that bitch. Thank you, God.